Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. This week we're going to continue last week's project, the Bell helmet with the Hans device. One color has been sprayed, and like I promised, I'm going to continue this project, film it, and so you guys can see the conclusion and how, and how I rebuild the helmet at the end of the process. So without further ado, let's get moving. I have a confession to make. This is not coffee. For years now, I've had some respiratory problems and coughing in the morning and clearing the throat all the time. And I blame this on the paint, because I was around, solvent-based paint all the time. Even though it doesn't smell at all here. Right now I'm in the shop, I'm in the studio, it doesn't smell at all because I have a good ventilation system. But I always had that problem and blamed this on the paint. Now over the summer and the fall, I didn't paint at all. I mean, I was outside of the studio and I didn't touch paint at all. I just came in here and printed stickers and did all this stuff. But the problem didn't stop. So I spoke to a doctor, a friend of mine, and he suggested that I stop drinking milk and having milk in my coffee. So I started using oat milk, lactose-free milk, and all kinds of stuff, and it didn't work. So one morning I decided to try, one thing I haven't tried yet is to try and stop drinking coffee. So for 3 days in a row I stopped drinking coffee in the morning and my symptoms stopped entirely. And after a quick research on the internet, I found out that coffee has a lot of histamine. Histamine is a strong allergen, and some people react more than others to histamine, and that's my case. I've developed this intolerance to histamine, so I can no longer drink coffee, unfortunately. So good old tea in the morning. Okay, so I finished unmasking the parts that I painted silver, a darker silver shape. Now it's going to be time to remask those silver shape and do the last part, which is going to be white. But all over the white here, there are some little Ferrari horses scattered everywhere. And what I want to do is spray the whole thing in a pearl white, apply little horses mask everywhere, and then spray white to cover that for the rest. So this is what I'm gonna do. This is the next step, and we're almost done with all the base coats. It's gonna be time to plan for the name that he wants painted on a helmet, and then all the airbrushing details. So let's get going. Quick tip, latex glove, inside out. Don't blow hot, humid air in it. You know, don't blow air in it. Just hold the end like this, roll it, and push. That way, they stay dry inside. They're easier to put on. Good morning, everyone. It's Friday. It's freezing cold here this morning. As you can see, I already started airbrushing details on the helmet. The name has been painted. The reason you won't be seeing it is because the memory card in my camera yesterday failed me. I filmed everything the whole afternoon, and then when I came to retrieve the images on my computer, there was nothing there. So I have no idea what happened. It's one of those, you know, problem with cameras. You never know, you know, when something like that is gonna happen. It's the first time for me, but so yesterday at the end of the day I had to quickly run and get a new memory card, and this morning start from scratch. So yeah, so today is gonna be some finalizing detail on the helmet with airbrush, and on the hands device as well, and then first round of clear before the weekend. Please stay tuned and enjoy. Yeah, Monday morning, get ready to get the week started. So this guy has been clear coated and it's fully dried. It spent the weekend here in the paint booth. So now time for sanding that clear coat, get all the lines down. So we're gonna go downstairs in the dirty part of the shop, and we're gonna do the sanding, and then after that, I may have to adjust a few things, airbrushing, and then final clear should be applied later today. So let's get going. I use a DA or orbital sander. It's a 3-inch pad that's on it. It's a Mirka Diros, I think. Yeah, Mirka Diros. It's electric, fully adjustable. It has some funky Bluetooth connection that I never use, that calculates the time that you used it, and if it, you know, if it was overloaded by one of your employee. But since I'm the only employee, well, you know, I don't use it at all. So it's very quiet. It doesn't make much noise. It connects to my vacuum cleaner. I could have got it connects like that to my vacuum cleaner so it doesn't make a mess. I could have got a proper dust extractor, but the time it takes to sand a helmet like that, it takes roughly 10 minutes. The shop vac can easily handle that, so I don't feel like I need a dust extractor that can handle 30-45 minutes of sanding. So the shop vac is just perfect. And when it's gonna die, I'm just gonna get a new one and that's it. So on that sander, I use the, where's my box? Okay. On that sander, I use the 3M 3-inch 3272. It's 76 mil paper. So it's a Velcro backed paper, 500 grit. And I just change it as I need them. I got other grits, like rougher grits, if I have to repair stuff. But this is the one that I use mostly for the clear coat. And then all the little small details are going to be done by hand and by scuff pads as well. So let's do that and then clean it up afterward. So let's get going. Now, if you buy one of those DA sanders, make sure you always have a fresh, those are called pad savers or backers, or okay. So they're little foam backers with Velcro attachment, and they go between the pad and your sandpaper, and they help to, one, save your pad, and two, help when you do a curved surface like this, it helps your paper to flex a little bit. They come in different thickness. These are probably the thinner, on the tin. Those are probably on the thinner side. They also come in a thicker style, but these get damaged very easily because the Velcro just doesn't stick well to the foam, so they don't last too long. So I prefer these ones. So, and sometimes I'm going to put two of them, one over the other, so it helps save my my paper and my pad. So it's a good trick. All done with the sanding. Now there's a few things on that helmet that needs to be addressed. A couple of places, like I did a little mistake here, and I went through the clear. See in the green there, I went through the clear and hit the paint. So this needs to be addressed. Also, a few little things. So I'm going to do these little repairs before doing the final clear coat. Now, one thing that I like to do also is to remove all the little foam inserts to block the holes, to remove them and change them to fresh new ones before doing the last clear coat, so they don't do like this, like a big bridge there. See, you don't want that final, because then you're gonna have to cut it with a knife. So you need to remove that and change it to a fresh one. But then the helmet looks pretty good. The hands device as well. So I think we're gonna be good for clear coating final for today. So stay tuned. Okay, Tuesday morning. Helmet all done, all clear coated. I had to do some polishing this morning, nothing huge, just a little few spots here and there, but it's all done. It looks beautiful. So now, time to rebuild and put back the parts on it. First of all, we're gonna unmask everything that we mask in the start. So we're gonna remove all the little foams, little masking around the visor screw openings, and we're going to remove all the masking on the interior, and then we're going to do the rebuild. Same with the hands device. The hands device is all done, so it matches the helmet. And then we're going to take some pictures. So hopefully I'll be done this morning, because this afternoon I got something else to do. So maybe it's going to be only tomorrow morning until I finish that thing. But anyway, let's get going. Okay, here's a question I get a lot on the comment section in my YouTube channel, and it's how to reinstall the rubber trims. Now, as you probably saw, and I hope you watched it on another video, I showed you how to remove them. Now the bottom rubber trim for the bell are extremely thin. They're very, very small, and very, very easy to break and to go through. So be extremely careful. If you decide to do it, be careful removing them, okay? Because they're hard. Actually, you can order these from Bell. It's a pain in the ass. When you're ready to rebuild a helmet and you forgot, and you know, so be sure, okay, you're careful. Like I said in a previous video, of the first video of this season, actually, the new FIA rules for drivers racing in FIA sanctioned events are very strict about not removing the visor opening rubber. It's a security reason. If it's not reinstalled properly, fire can get in. They need to be reinstalled properly. And people always ask me, what kind of glue do you use and how do you use it? Okay, I get this local, it's a local brand, I think. No, it's a North American brand. It's called Lepage Super Glue. Lepage Super Glue can be compared to Loctite Super Glue. You can find that at your local hardware store. There is two versions. The liquid, this is the ultra liquid or liquid version of the thing. Hold on, yeah, the liquid version. There is a gel version as well. I'm not a fan of the gel. I prefer the liquid. It's easier to spread. And to do the job, I got, and thank you to Antman in Australia for giving us this great video. I'm gonna try and find that video and put a link below. He explains in the video how to install the silicone trims that he sells, and he's got a great video explaining how to do it. And I think he's doing a better job than I can. But I found he says to find a sculpting tool like this one, and I don't know if the camera is going to focus here. Okay, so this is the tool. It's a clay sculpting tool. It's like a little spatula, very, very small, and it's rounded at the end. Okay, and what it allows you to do is pick up a bit of glue here and insert it between the shell and the rubber and put just a tiny bit of glue in there. Because when it comes to that glue, less is more, okay? I spoke once to a Loctite rep, and that's what he told me. He said, the more you put, the less it's gonna last, because what this glue does is it melts the two products together, okay? So if you have a rubber trim going on base coat, basically it's gonna melt itself with the clear coat and the rubber and get everything together. If you put too much, the glue will dry up very hard and it's gonna break in the middle. Between the two surfaces, it's gonna break right smack in the middle and it's not gonna last. So you wanna put as less as possible. Therefore, this is why we use the spatula, or that little tool that you can find on Amazon. I just checked, you can find them on Amazon. If you look for clay sculpting mini tool, you're gonna find these in a kit, or maybe you can find them at your local, art store. Maybe you can find them. But I'm gonna show you how I do it, but I'm gonna let Anthony from Antman explain to you in detail how to reinstall these things properly, because he did a way better job than I can do on that video. So I'm going to put a link in the description if I can find that video again, but I'm pretty sure I can. Okay, so let's get going. We need to put these back on, and then put back all the parts on the helmet.